a brief introduction of myself, right? Yeah, I have been in networking and also a international speaker. This was my trip to Bombay in 2015. Yeah, I was invited as a guest speaker out of 14 other speakers, right, to talk about being in awareness to be able to lead, right? You can see all these women there. 90% are women in the attendee, and in a total there was 285 doctors and one a Navy admiral, right? They were all there, and out of the 14 speakers, I was very surprised. The next day, there are 3 local newspapers published me. I'm the only speaker that they published on the newspaper, but it's all in Tamil. I don't know how to read what they are talking about. All right, and I also love to learn to touch people's life, and that's what our this networking platform is about, right? So I also participate and learn to become a firewalking instructor, an international certified firewalking instructor. This is taken in KL Marriott Hotel. We were doing it at the Marriott car park. So we did the training for Digit, Malaysia Telco Digit. 238 manager came to the firewalking session, right? Yeah, and I was in charge of the taking care of the fire, right? Now, without further ado, I shall start our topic tonight, right? It's about the importance of self-transformation to become a leader, right? And so, what is important? Self-awareness. We must have that self-awareness to understand our emotion. Recognize and understand our emotion, including what trigger and impact our behavior, right? Just like if I cannot take joke, and so if DSM make a funny joke on me, and I will become angry. So I must be in awareness of my present, and so in awareness and understanding what is going on with my emotion, right? So this is very important, as because we are also in networking. We meet a lot of people every day. So we must be able to manage our emotion and recognize them. Now, to identify our strength and weaknesses, right? We need to acknowledge our personal strength because it empower you, right? And also, if we have weaknesses, we need to leverage on our leaders and the people who are active in the business, right? If I know that my weakness is I will get drunk after 2 drinks, then I must be in awareness, in mindfulness, that during a gala dinner, I should not drink. If not, then I may end up quarreling with people, showing a tantrum, or going around and making fun, making what could I be? Making shaming myself, right? So these are things that we must know our so-called weakness, right? So leadership, maybe in networking, our weakness may be not being able to present like what Gary and Dr. Vijay did yesterday, right? So we leverage on them, nothing to be ashamed of our weakness, right? We learn from each other, And so through the weakness, if we are willing to learn, then and leverage, then we can improve ourselves, right? On the other hand, if you are a good at drawing circle, I mean our business plan, right? Do step out to assist your team, right? Acknowledging your skill, your talent is a affirmation that empower you. Identify yourself, or what always Kim like to say, what is your role you would want to play? So through this, you need to identify who are you, what role you want to play in your team, right? Now, the next one is to be aware, in awareness of your value and your belief. What are your core value and belief? Understanding how they shape your decision and action, right? It is the core value of our leaders that share the same belief and value that I decide to join the company. It is the value of the leader who approach me, that we share the same common value, that I come to this business, right? Being in awareness of our value is also why it is important, because it is the core value of leaders that attract people. Will you sign up with Abing on the street, or will you sign up with DSM, right? His smile can already attract so many people, right? What do you think? Do you find him approachable? If he would have come to me, I would surely sign up with him immediately. He had the good charisma, He's humorous, funny, attractive, but at times very serious and convicted to his role, right? That is in awareness as a leader. Next will be adaptability, right? We need to be able to adapt to situation and also the environment. What do you think you will do, right? Complain and complain. If you goes to a new country to network, we need to adapt to the culture, to the food, to the environment, the condition of the hotel, everything, right? We need to adapt, right? Rather than complain, right? The more we complain, then we will become good at complaining, right? We will pick up every single thing to complain, especially we as leaders of at this pioneer stage, right? We have to adapt to the speed of the company, the condition of the company building, getting the offices ready, getting all the licensing. So we have to adapt, to be patient, right? Not why always complaining why the office is not up there, why my it's not in my country yet, yeah. Why is the shipping so expensive? Yeah, everything in the beginning is difficult, right? Before it is easy. The saying of focus on what you do and it will become bigger. Since that is the case, why don't focus on what add value to your life, your personality, your character, anything that you do not help to grow yourself, you must stay away. Do not allow the negativity of the environment to suck your energy away, right? Keep those positive energy to build your network, right? So adaptability doesn't mean that if the environment is negative, you have to stay there. As a networker, we always advise to stay away from negative news, negative people, right? Because they will influence you, right? Next will be to accommodate, right? Accommodate here to me would be to understand, to embrace, to empathize, to identify, to tune to one together, to be a team player, right? We go together, travel together, network together, have fun together, right? That's why DSM misses his wife so much when he travel. I had to play the role as Mrs. Stay in Jakarta, right? And to have such fun, to make everyone feel comfortable. But we did not play during each speaker's sharing. No, we were very serious, unlearning and learning like a sponge. That is being in awareness and in mindfulness, right? There is a time to joke and there is time to have fun, but there are time to be serious and work hard together. Okay. Mindfulness. Okay. We need to be in mindfulness. If we are not in mindfulness, then we cannot know what we are doing at the present moment, right? Practice mindfulness to stay in present and attentive to your thoughts, your feeling, and your surrounding. It is good to have fun, but there is always a time for fun and awareness. Have respect for the woman around you. We don't wear our inner garment and walk around in the hotel. That's a simple illustration of mindfulness, right? Well, flirting with fellow team members with regards of who is present. As we are all human, so we all have emotion, have our feeling and expectation. Respect is important to all each individual. To be in mindfulness at all time, not to cause unnecessary misunderstanding. Being mindful of using our words or a sentence can sometimes empower others or cause unhappiness, right? So, understanding our emotion, right? I call this a web of emotion, right? Now, the web of emotion actually has got a positive side and negative side, right? Now, if you are not in awareness, you do not know that you are in the state of sadness or angry, or in a state of guilt or fear, right? Only in awareness can you identify your emotion, because this jealousy, hate emotion can cause you to affect your team. So it is very important, even to practice awareness. Can you understand what state of emotion are you at? Whether you are in a state of insecurity, fear, right? Jealousy or revenge, or you are in a stage of positive, you are in a learning stage, you're excited to go to an event, you're there to learn, to empathize, to feel every speaker experience, right? We don't, if we are not in awareness, we are always complain. Everything we will complain about, every minor little thing, right? And getting angry easily. This will affect not only our personality, also it will affect our team members, right? Not everyone experience or in the in experience in this industry, and so the leadership awareness of emotion and feeling and action is definitely very important, right? If you have a leader who is always so happy, smiling, excited, always ready to come to help you, of course, your team can grow very well, right? Because, like DSM, he always is very jovial and funny and humorous, right? And so everybody like to stick with him, right? So as a leadership, these are some of the quality that we must be in mindfulness to be able to achieve it moment by moment, day by day, months by months, right? We cannot change immediately, but through this awareness, we can day by day, moment by moment, right? Improve ourselves, right? And raise ourselves, raise our bar. Identify our strength, and so this one, again, just now I have already mentioned, if we are always very challenging, very negative, you cause your environment to be negative. Not only that, you attract the same energy, same frequency into your life, right? And every part of your life, not only networking, family, relationship, everything, right? And if you are a leader, who is always ready, always looking forward, and always ready to step forward, always ready to unlearn and relearn, always grateful and appreciative, always willing to contribute and share, always ready to change for the better. Now acknowledge your win, and gratitude and appreciation and gratefulness is a very important, because gratitude brings success. Acknowledgement of your strength is an affirmation. Now we come to the question of our emotion. What is our emotion? What do we need to be aware of, right? Which I have explained earlier. Now we are talking about the value. What is the value? What is the value that I carry, that I have, that these people would like to sign up with me, would like to join me in my networking journey, right? What value do I carry? Do I have the compassion? Do I carry the integrity, the honesty, right? The knowledge, the confidence, the willingness to help others? All these value, right, that we must strive to carry as a leader, right? Not only even as a leader, as a person, I would say the value as a person is rather important, because wherever you go, this value carry you and give you success, right? Without awareness, right, your life will be living in a limbo mode, because you do not know your value, you do not know your weakness, right? And so when people give you feedback or tell you your weakness or your fault, you always question their feedback, because you're not in awareness. You always think that you are right, and everyone wants to be right. Without in awareness, in awareness, we are not talking about others. It is 100% about me, myself. That 1%, that 1% of negative emotion, of the 1% of ego, the 1% of pride that I carry. It is this process of awareness is about self, not about the other party. To adapt, right? To adapt also, I have roughly go through to be ready for change. You know, as a leader, we must be always ready for change. Maybe there is a training and then the venue was already allocated at A hall, but then on that day many people came and the organizer underestimate the attendee, so we have to switch hall. So are we ready to adapt, to move to another hall, or to complain, right? So adaptation is very important. We don't go to a place and say, oh, you know, you may ask me to go to Cambodia, you know, and then I will be there complaining about the so dirty the environment is, the hotel is so small, the food is not familiar with my taste. You know, I'm not do not like the Cambodia food. You know, so all these have to adapt. I remember when I was networking in Indonesia, and they do not have proper table because I was presenting in a long house and they do not have table, and so I have to kneel down and with the projector at my side, and then I project onto the wall. You know, I have to kneel down and talk to people and do the presentation. And I remember very clearly that when these people came to give me food that they cook, and I accept the food and I eat in front of them. And I remember clearly one of these lady who asked me that I'm a Singaporean, and why do I why do I take the Indonesian food, which was only a papaya leaf? My answer to her was, if you can eat, so do I. You know, yeah, that is to adapt to all environment, right? Adapt is to adapt, ready for change, always ready for change, right? And especially in our pioneer stage, we must be ready to adapt. Accommodate, another important point, right? As experienced leader, or not necessarily experienced, you know, you can offer your help in any way, helping to arrange chair, helping to arrange table, helping to get things for the presentation. It is accommodating yourself, right? To be a team player, right? Always be excited like this lady. Okay, yeah. Now, next is the mindfulness. Why mindfulness? Mindfulness put you in the state of your present zone. You know, sometimes we may be in a place, in an event, but though we are present, but our mind is not present, right? So the state of the mind at which zone are you? Are you in Wonderland? Are you in your office? Are you on your job while you are attending an event? Right? The state of your present zone. So this state of present zone can also apply to the mindfulness of a leader, a role that you are now in? Are you going to play or learn, right? What is the stage? What is the state of that zone, of that moment, right? So these are all pretty important in mindfulness. Can we in mindfulness can we or be in awareness, right? So I always like to say, constantly, consciously stay in high awareness of your thoughts, right? Number one, because it is our thoughts that create the emotion. It is our thoughts that create the emotion and that feeling. It is through our thoughts that we take the action. It is our thoughts that influences our decision, our choice of words, our choice of action. So next will be the feeling. Why are we feeling uncomfortable, right? So all this you must be in mindfulness, even emotion, right? Right. So why are you feeling uh, unhappy? Why are you feeling fearful? It has all got to do with your inner core of life, your past experience, your chapter in life. Some people may have uh, trauma in life during their childhood, their adulthood, you know. So all these emotion uh, in mindfulness can we be aware, right? And I'm also a healer, so I am very good at knowing and setting people free of their fear, their insecurity, their past chapter, their past chapter, their what in which part of their life that they were traumatized. I help them to goes into the webs of emotion. Just now you saw the tree, right? So knowing what is their fear inside the tree, and so that you can then goes into the problem, the chapter to close it. Yeah, I just realized I didn't switch on my video. Sorry about that. Yeah, and so okay, so in mindfulness to me, right, from the thoughts, the feeling, the emotion, once you are able to identify what is your thoughts, what are your fear, what are your emotion, what are your insecurity, can you then come to term with yourself, and then can you close that chapter, right? Of course, it's not so easy as what I can tell you. So you need help, you need expert, you need people who are experienced to be able to close that chapter for you. And it can be done, right? It can be done. I have done many cases. And I was trained as a counselor because I was a volunteer in Singapore. We provide food to the elderly every Saturday, and so at one time there was a lot of juvenile delinquent, and I was chosen to take the course of a counselor. But I realized that the counselor, uh, as a counselor, I can only show you your problem. I cannot resolve your problem. And so through upgrading, through learning, through my own awakening, and I have learned to heal people. You know, I identify and heal people and set people free. That's the most wonderful thing in networking. You get a chance to really touch life and transform people. Okay. Okay, now the most interesting part. Okay, yeah. Now, how your thoughts, your feeling, and your emotion can change each molecular cell in your body and the environment. All right, this is a very important exercise. I am hopeful that everyone will participate in this exercise so that you can understand your power of your mind, the power of your thoughts, and the power of your feeling and emotion, right? Right. The law of attraction, the secret, right? Start from this. So I'm going to show you how to realize your power within you, that you are able to change things, right? So what I have request that you bring 2 tablespoons, and then actually the water and tissue is secondary. The most important is a teaspoon of salt. I do not want you to put a lot of salt on the tablespoon, right? I want you to put like a pinch, like a two pinch of salt onto your tablespoon. So now you can get ready. Put the 2 pinch of salt on both tablespoon, on both
Brother
tablespoon.
Chiming, may I ask? I
Yes.
am not using the traditional soup tablespoon. Can I use this? Can I use this?
Okay, I knew everybody will ask. You don't have to follow my picture. I just pick the picture. All right. Of course, it will be best. It will be best to use a porcelain spoon. But if you have a metal spoon, it's still fine. Okay, it still work. Right, it still work. Now, I want you to follow my instruction carefully. All right. If you do this and you understand this, I tell you, you will be able to reach many miles in life. You will be able to heal yourself, to even to heal illnesses. Right? Later I'll show you how. Okay. Now put the 2 pinch of salt on the 2 tablespoons. Is everyone ready? Now, while you are doing this, I will explain. I will explain the how you go about this exercise. Right. Number 1, I want you to think of a very happy occasion of your life, a very happy occasion. And I want you to hold that feeling, that happy feeling, right, in your heart, right? Feel that happy emotion, that occasion, that most happy occasion that you have, right, in your heart. Hold it in your heart. And then you don't start first. Let me explain first. Don't start anything first until I tell you. Now, then I want you to separate, after putting the salt, I want you to separate the 2 tablespoons apart, maybe like a feet, 1 feet away, right? Roughly 1 feet away. Okay. Now, then I want you to use your index finger, right, to point at one of the tablespoon, right, and I want you to focus on the tablespoon of salt, and I want you to use your focus point, and I want you to point at the salt, right, with energy, right, pointing. I know some people, you tell them to point, they will just put their hand there like that, No, I want you to really give some energy. Point. Every time you tell the salt to become sweeter, 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 you point at the salt. Sweeter, sweeter. Okay, for 1 minute. I will time you, right? I will time you for 1 minute, right? And okay, so everyone ready? So if everyone is ready, I want you to hold that happy feeling in your heart, and then use your index finger to point at one of the tablespoon that you have selected, to point at the salt and tell the salt to be sweeter, sweeter, sweeter. I want you yourself to be able to hear it. Sweeter, 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 sweeter. Okay? Keep saying that until I tell you to stop. Don't be distracted by your environment. Stay 100% focused, because whatever you focus on, right, will expand. If you do not believe it, you think it's a joke, then it will not happen, right? So point, continue to point and tell the salt to be sweeter, 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 sweeter. Okay, you can stop. Now what you're going to do is use your hand to take a pinch of the salt that you tell to be sweeter. Right? Take a pinch of the salt and put in your mouth. And I want you to remember the taste, whether the salt is will bite your tongue, how salty it lasts, and how do you feel, right? And remember that taste, remember the taste. Okay, then once you are ready, I want you to use your other hand, not the same hand, your other hand, to pinch the other spoon that you have not tell it to become sweeter, right? The other hand to pick out a pinch of the salt on the tablespoon that you have not tell it to become sweeter, and see what's the difference. Okay, anyone?
The second one more saltier.
More salty, right? Anyone? Peggy? DSM? Jackson? Adrian? I saw Adrian pointing.
Yeah, same. Second
Yeah.
is sweet, saltier. The first one is less salty.
Yeah, good.
Correct.
Elena?
Yeah, same thing. The first one felt not so salty. Of course, it's not sweet, but the second one is real salt.
Yeah. So you see, why does it happen? Why it is the same teaspoon of salt that you have break into two parts? You know,
Brother
why
James, is it because we keep telling sweeter? That's why it's like less salty, is it, from the first one?
It's manifestation. We manifest it.
No, because
our mind.
I tell you to hold your happy feeling, your happy emotion, because your thoughts, your emotion, and your feeling, and your words all has power.
Oh,
Right? Yeah. And this is just a very basic, you know, because I'm on the computer on Zoom, I cannot check on you because I have another very convincing way is to grow your finger. You know, grow your finger. You can actually grow your finger by that is a bit more complicated, right? But
like this.
but through this experience, through this exercise, I want you not only to stop here, okay? I want you to, if you have free time, all right, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, go and buy a yellow lemon, and cut into a slice, all right, of 4 pieces. Later I show you the picture. And you tell the lemon to be sweeter, sweeter, sweeter. Or even your wasabi, or even your vinegar, or even your whiskey, you know, you can actually change everything. Okay, yeah. And why is it so? This is for you to experience. Why I'm doing this exercise is for you to experience it yourself. That awareness, why awareness is so important? Because awareness keep you into being aware of your thoughts, your emotion, and your feeling, right? And that's why the negative people with negative thoughts, negative emotion, they usually fall sick easily. They always fall into depression, right? So only in awareness can you jump out of that negative zone. That's why you need to know, and in the present zone, which zone are you in? Okay, yeah. So please do try the lemon. It's very interesting. Try the lemon and also the vinegar. But I don't want you to put one whole bottle of vinegar on the glass. Same, take 2 tablespoons. Take maybe just a quarter of a quarter of a teaspoon, just a quarter of a teaspoon. Put in both a tablespoon, and then you tell the vinegar to be sweeter, 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 because the volume of the vinegar, if it's small quantity, is easier for you to change. In a big quantity, you need more positive energy. You yourself need a lot of energy to be able to change that, right? So just take a small portion of the vinegar and try it at home, whether it's white vinegar, black vinegar, all can change through your emotion, your thoughts, and your good feeling. Okay, yeah, and also your belief system. You do not question when I ask you to do. You did not question why ask me to do this. You did not question. So there was no doubt, right? And so actually through this exercise, you can then now write your goal, your target, what you want to become, who you want to meet, right? Who you want to attract, right? And this awareness module, actually, the more you practice, the more you have more core value, right? Then you can become like a magnet, a magnet to attract people. Okay. Now, in conclusion, I would like to, from this exercise, yeah, now that you have, very important that you have understand your experience of your own thoughts, emotion, and also feeling. Yeah, it is very important, right? In all aspects of your life, right? It can work for your work, for your family, for your relationship, for your networking, everything, right? Yeah, you have the power to change your environment. Yeah. And I told you about the yellow lemon. I want you to cut like that, small piece, right? Quarter piece like that, right? And then separate the lemon far enough, 1 feet away, and then you tell the lemon to be sweeter, sweeter, sweeter. Always taste the one that you have tell to be sweeter. Why? Because the one that is not told to be sweeter, usually the lemon is more acidic. And so if you try the one that is acidic first, the second one that is sweeter, you cannot tell because the acid is too strong. It affects your taste bud, right? So you try the lemon that you have tell to be sweeter first. And then you go and try the original lemon. Okay, then definitely you can tell the difference, right? Even wasabi, I tried this on the airplane. Someone was trying to prospect me, and then very funny. I was in the same company, and I showed them that I can change the wasabi because the time I was taking SIA, then they were serving Japanese food, and I got the wasabi, so I showed them the power of thoughts, right? Yeah, and vinegar. Yeah, And most important of all, if you know the power within you, right, can help someone to show them the power, and then you can help them to heal their illness faster, right? I've done this in Indonesia, right? Woman with 2 inches tumor in the brain, right? I write a prayer for them they are a Muslim, and I was not able to converse in Indonesia. My Indonesian friend was a teacher, English teacher, so I write in English, and she translate to Bahasa Indonesia, and to tell the lady to talk to herself, right? And in 2.5 months, when I go back, the tumor was gone. Yeah, that's how powerful your mind is, right? And that's why I always say, constantly, consciously be in high awareness of your thoughts, feeling, and emotion, because these three emotions, right, will affect your action, your words, and decision. All right. Okay. Thank you everyone for coming in and participating.
Thank you, Brother Chiming. Can I ask question?
Brother Chiming.
Can.
Yeah,
Who-
Elena, you want to ask?
Yeah, what
Elena,
is the water and the wet tissue for? We haven't used it.
Yes, I was about
the
to
wet
ask.
tissue.
It's for
No,
us to
so that
wet.
you don't go to the kitchen and drink water while talking. So you can clean your hand and drink the water, so that
Oh, I
you don't miss
see.
the session.
Okay, all right, understand that. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
Thank you so
Thank you for
much,
the powerful
Brother
sharing.
Chiming. Yes,
Brother
indeed, is very powerful. And this experiment directly already taught us how to always think positive. Okay, whenever there is challenges on anything in our life, in our business, in our career. So yeah, definitely I have invited the best person to share with us, right? Am I right?
Sorry.
So I believe more. Okay, have I muted myself? Oh no. So I believe we got more learning from Brother Chiming. Okay.
Yeah.
So first of all, we must know who are we. Okay, what we want to achieve in 3, and also there's a lot to learn, especially from the very beginning is we have to lead ourselves first. Okay, we have to lead ourselves first. Leading ourselves is so difficult because we already do have the fixed mindset most of the time. I myself, I admit that before I joined this industry, I have very fixed mindset. But now I am very flexible, okay, and also I adapt to things very fast. I learn from here. So we got the weekly global system. I just mentioned earlier. So this Wednesday, Star Connects is like extra dessert to us. We be able to learn a lot from everyone. All right. So yesterday we learned not Star Connect. Yesterday we learned from DSM's team, Dr. Vijay and Gary. So it's really powerful, and the sessions is up to 100 people to the max. All right. So this business, we are on 3 business, and we are all running, and we want to achieve to our goal. First of all, you have to identify your goal, what you want to reach from here. So Brother Chiming did mention earlier was who are you? You're not a Bing or anyone. Why people join you? Definitely, you have to give some value, especially on our reputation. I still remember Kim mentioned before last time, if you have a good credibility and you're building this business, and when you build this business, as you up rank by rank, you will need to go on stage. Okay, go on stage when you speak, you share your story or anything. What if that you don't have a good credibility, and people, oh, I recognize you. You cheated me before or whatever. So as a leader and as a professional, when you're building the business, you must know that very soon we are going to be like public person, okay, public figure. This is a global business. So not say that if you don't have a good credibility, you cannot build a business. But of course, if you already have a good credibility, is an advantage. If you don't have yet, last time or whatever, start to build it now to be a better person, a better leader, okay, so that other people see the value in you and will follow you. So, Brother Chiming, I heard that you say that fire walking instructor, are you interested to do that? And when we talk about this in Hong Kong, we talk very late and after the gala, I think Alina was there. So when we talk about this, I say that, Brother Chiming, you have to, guide our team to do this. And he said that he cannot do alone. He have to invite other gurus to do it together with us. So I'm looking forward to do this, fire walking, manifesting or whatever.
Actually the fire walking. First, I want to add on to what Kina just said.
Brother Chiming, we only got 3 minutes. Okay, I don't want to exceed the time like Kim taught us. So I'm very coachable. Okay.
We try to be in awareness of our core value. And of course, we cannot change overnight. And so by being awareness, we can then know our weaknesses and know what we did not do well, or how could I have done better. And so it is a moment by moment practice. If you think you have some weakness, everyone have weakness, all right? Nobody is perfect. So it is a process of being in awareness in the process of change. Okay. Now come back to fire walking. Fire walking is a really, really very interesting event, and it actually bring out the fear in you. Actually, when you go to the fire, when you walk across the fire, actually before you walk, you bring out all your fear, and then after that, once you take that decision to walk through the hot burning coal, you will find that, wow, you are invincible.
Wow, Brother Chiming, you already make me want to do this as soon as possible. So hold on to it. Hold on to it. Maybe when you are about to teach us how to do this, and we will promote from here. So last, I want to wrap this up is we have definitely follow to the experiment, and we already experienced this work. You want to make it sweeter or you want to make it saltier, is your choice. Okay, so you have to manifest and focus on positivity, and also always find ways to solve problems. All right. So the hardest person to lead is ourselves. Always you have the awareness that who are you, what you want to achieve in 3. We do this together. So today's meeting is up to here, and we definitely have a very valuable session. And in fact, Wednesday is very powerful. In the morning, we learn from Kim, and in the night, we got our Stars Connect. So next week, when I come back, I will share with all of you on how to open international market. All right, and we've been to Vietnam, and we went to this Hong Kong, China, and I'm going to share with all of you. So don't forget to do the experiment with the lemon and also vinegar or whatever you want to do it. So maybe we can do it together, Alina. All right. So okay, remember your goal, remember who you are and what you want to achieve here. And 2024, what is your goal? Tell your upline, tell your leader, so that he or she can plan together with you. So always be able to change, always be able to adapt to new thing. Okay, don't have a fixed mindset. Okay, thank you for tuning in, and most importantly is thank you to Brother Chiming. All right.
Don't worry, no mention.